So guys, something a little bit different. I've been working on that moped and I thought I'd do some filming. I've been fixing the side panels and trying to cure some problems and the tank. So have a look. It might interest some of you, it might not. I understand that, it's not the gardening, but it's still raining. Nice to be nice. Excuse the mess. Tried to do 20 things at once. I've just been running a bit on this bike. I don't know whether it'll be interesting to many of you, but I just thought I'd show you. I've filled this out. This bolt hole were worn. I've got to fill that. But it were worn and it's split here. So I've pot riveted a piece across there, put a new hole in it. I'm going to put body filler in that, obviously. And I've peened the tops of the pot rivets down. Might need a little bit more. And here, because it's had, I don't know whether it's a different engine for that frame or it's had something changed on it, because of air filter and everything. The original hole didn't fit. Somebody's tried to alter it and they bent all this end round trying to get it to screw on. So what I've done the same thing, a couple of rivets, peened it, and I'm going to fill it. They've had a couple of just a quick coat to do worse while I were doing stuff. But I've done some work on tank. I'll show you tank. And here's the tank. Now it still needs a little bit more filling there and reshaping, but now it's all one colour, I can see. But that had a massive dent in there, if you remember. I'll try and put a clip in. So here's how the tank was before. Now at the bottom, as you can see, it was really bad, and on the transitions of the tanks forming, I had to hammer it with a rubber and plastic hammer to bring it lower than the actual surface so that I could reform it and then fill it. So I can fill that. I've got some body filler, I can fill it, but it might end up getting stripped down and repainted. It'd be nice to have kept it original, but it probably won't be kept original, obviously. We ought to get that colour in. I'm not going to get that chrome back on because that's also dented. Now, I think worst side of the tank, this was the better side, and it's turned out alright. I need to do some more work on both sides, but now I've got it one colour and flattened and sanded. This has all been sanded. The tank's all been sanded down, like from about an 80 and up to a 120, and then the filling and then resanding and doing some other stuff on it. Obviously that chrome piece was a pain because I need paint to stick to it when I've done it. I'd like to keep some of them pinstripes on it or do something on it. I don't know what I can and what I will do. We will see. And other sides come out quite well, but this is just primer filler, and now it just gives. Now I can see the woods for the trees, if you know what I mean. I can see that needs a little bit more in it, but it's like a million times better than it were. I was trying to get some colour. That needs a bit more in there. Look, see, pinholes. I was trying to get some of that same colour, but I can't. So he's looking at blue, but the rest of it still needs stripping. But he's gone to Zurich today with his mum, so he's never been to Zurich apart from airport. I've got some white walls for it and all. So that's that filled. I've filled back in a little bit. I can tidy that up. I just wanted to stop for any water from draining behind it, and that's all filled up. Put a bit too much hardening, went a bit quick on me, but that's not a problem. Sand off. So now this is dry. I just thought I'd show you what I mean with this stuff, because as I said, I put it on a bit heavy last night, but any high bits like that I can just knock off with a knife. I've got to get this sorted. I should be doing other things, but the weather is terrible. I'll get this sanded down. Some of these holes are really raggy. I would have loved to have been able to spot weld a washer on the bike, but I haven't got a spot welder and I can't stick weld it. I'm not that good. This incidentally is a sealant. It's a rust protection. These have all just had a quick sanding over to get the worst rust off, and then this sealant and rust converter put on. These will be sanded and all primed again. I'm not particularly bothered on it, what the insides look like, but I've got to get it tidy. I think what I might end up doing when these are mounted, I'll put a double washer on them, one on back and one on front, and that'll squeeze it. I could, that's a thought. I wonder if I could epoxy resin a washer on back. It's just to protect it, because these have been on and off of it for years, probably a million times. I mean, this bike's about 50-year-old. It's just under 50-year-old. So, and these panels, I would never be able to get them again. As you can see, there's a bit of a crack there as well. I better get this sanded up. I think the camera's on way out, it keeps playing up. I've dug these washers out, and like I said, problem with these holes is they've been on and off and they've worn. Now, like I say, I can't spot weld them. I could build a spot welder, but I ain't got the time to build a spot welder and do this, amongst the other list. So, they're 8mm holes in them. The bolts are 6mm, but it's obviously got to have some wiggle room. I mean, these are never going to be perfect, but I'm just not going to be able to replace them. So, now we're thinking if I can just epoxy them on back, then if they stick on and stay on, fantastic. If they don't, then it's no loss. And we're hoping that would just give some support to the actual, to the panel itself, because these were all bent in and out. Like I say, it's never going to be perfect, but I've just tried to get the worst of the dings out. There's still more work to do on it. I'm not going to go absolutely crazy. That's how that hole turned out. And this needs filling in some more. This has been altered at one point, so like I say, I think that must have been when they did some work on it and either changed engine or something like that, because the air filter pushes right up against this. But that's that. But that wants a little bit more infill there and a little bit in there, and then that should be good. But I think I'm going to go with them washers. If I put one of them on each of them, then it'll protect them. Because that one's quite bad, same as the back one was on that. I'm guessing that's the one that gets all the hammer. I won't be getting any paint on these today, but I am going to put these on back. I've just cut this one so it fits here. I've not cut it, just ground it, and I found a lot of bits on this. I've just been straightening that out and squeezed that straight in vise. It's only 0.6, I think, this material. What I'll have to do is try and build that up and feather it in somehow. I might have to knock that back a bit more, but I'm going to get these on, and then I'm going to have another look at that tank and put a bit more filler on that tank, depending how long this video goes, depends how much I show, because I know this is not for everyone. And again, this needs more filler in as well, but I'm going to get these on. Oh, I'll just say, I've stuck tape on back, yeah, so that one will go on there, and I don't care if this epoxy fills that hole, I'll re-drill it. I'm hoping that it will actually, and make a little bit through on the other side so that I can sand that back. And what I'll have to do is do that one first, because I can get a clamp on that, and then I'll do that one second. But I've got to tape this one up now. And what I'll have to do is put this rust stop on. I don't know how much you got there, camera keeps turning itself off. But I've sanded through it. This one's alright, or 99%. So it'll all have some more rust stop on it. Where it's brown, where I've sanded, I'll put that on. I've got 3 on this surface. That one I've already fixed. So I'll do this one first. Handy cutting thin strips. Plastic carton, plastic packaging, good for mixing. Now it's not particularly fast, this, although it's not mega slow, so I want to get plenty in it. Like I say, I can sand it, file it, whatever I need to do to it after. That is not a problem. Still might need a second batch. Do this one, can you see that? I don't care if the hole's filled, I just want these to stay. It's a special one. My bath towel. Even if I have to re-drill a little bit, if I'm slightly out on holes, that'll just add so much strength if it sticks. Let's hope it sticks. It's quite a good colour match. Oh no. I don't think I'll need to clamp that, although I will. You can see cracks round all there possibly, I don't know if you can, but it's cracked round all as well, so this is what I'm trying to alleviate. So, I think that's all I'm going to do. I ain't got time now, I've got to go into feeds though. Never thought about that. So, I'll leave it at this. But don't forget, thumbs up or thumbs down. Let me know if you want to see more of this. I will be filming it anyway as we're doing it, because it's interesting, first one I've ever done. I'm no expert with bodywork and stuff like that, but I have driven lots of crappy cars in my life. So, I've had to repair them. So, nice to be nice. And if you're still here, that's why I'm in the shed. Still abysmal. Huge flooding, lots of people lost and died in Germany yesterday in a place called Schuld. It's been really terrible. I know London's had some flooding as well, so think about them people.